Notification volume 0%.
Good afternoon, and welcome to More Than Meets the Eye. I am your host, Blind Prime, and for today, I have for you G.I. Joe Classified series, Scarlet. This is the Wave 1 Scarlet that was a re-release in the past few months. A friend of mine found it and gave it to me as a Christmas present. Thank you, Gengar, for the wonderful Christmas present. Scarlet sadly didn't make it into the top 10 of 2021, partly because she was a 2020 figure, and partly because, well, Lady J is superior in a lot of ways. I have her right here, comparing her with a Cobra Infantry. And before we really get into this, please go below and do all the things that everyone else asks you to do. I would be much obliged. Thank you. This channel is devoted to raising awareness for the blind through alternative means and methods, and we can't raise awareness unless you go out there and share my stuff. So please, share. That's the biggest thing I ask from you. Share it to people that you know who may have vision problems, or just may be interested in seeing a review from a different perspective. But, alright, I've blathered on long enough about myself. Let's start talking about Scarlet. Before we talk about Scarlet, I've got a question for you, my audience. Please answer this in the comments below if you wouldn't mind. This is a Tommy gun. This is a really nice Tommy gun. I absolutely like this Tommy gun. I love this thing. The thing is, though, is I don't remember where this came from. So if you would tell me, please, in the comments below, where did this Tommy gun come from? It's a nice Tommy gun for 6-inch figures. It stretches about the entire length of a Cobra infantry soldier's arm. Let's see. Yeah, it's about the length of the forearm to the hand. It's not a bad Tommy gun at all, but I don't know where it came from. So if y'all wouldn't mind, please let me know about that. Okay, let me pick Scarlet up off the ground. Scarlet, you keep falling down. And now you're losing your weapons and your accessories. Scarlet, what are you doing, Scarlet? Get your arm up there so I can put your accessory back. Good grief, girl. Okay. All right, put your arm back down. Nice. All right, so comparison-wise, we can see that the Cobra Infantry here is just a little bit taller than the Scarlet, just a hair. I'd say 1.5 Lego studs taller. Here's a nice side-by-side of the guys, of the woman and the guy. All right, there we go. Cool. Now go over there, Cobra Infantry. I don't want to mess with you anymore. So Scarlet comes with a few accessories. She comes with a crossbow. I'm going to pull it out of its little holster bit that I have it stored into. Good grief, she's got so many little things that are constantly fluttering around on her figure. It's difficult to just grab one item. Okay. All right, so to assemble, let's get her straightened out again. There you go. Bend your knee, girl. There you go. Okay, cool. All right, so we got this piece right here. We're going to take it, and we will assemble the crossbow for you on screen. So to assemble the crossbow, just find the hook on the top. So first off, find the handle that has the trigger, and then right above it, on the top of the weapon, is a little hook. You can feel it with your fingernail. Your fingernail can hook into it. You can actually just kind of, you can kind of set the weapon into the hook on your fingernail. Anyway, take the back end of the crossbow bit, the part that has just the string feeling thing, and you want to hook that under the hook on the front. And then the front of the crossbow bit, the part that the string attaches to that actually has the bow half to it, the actual bow that makes the crossbow, and that can plug into some ports that are at the front of the crossbow gun. And there you go. Got a nice little crossbow, and she fits it in her hand very well. It's actually one of the easier weapons to get into a Joe's hand in the entire series, which is kind of neat. But, you just do the simple, put it in sideways, and then twist it into place. There you go. Usually, everything works out well. I'm not a big fan of this crossbow accessory. I think it's a nice crossbow, but the problem is since it's in two parts, it falls apart all the time. It's not a great crossbow, in my opinion. I wish she'd come with a better weapon. Other than that, she comes with a tiny knife that plugs into her quiver's belt that crosses her chest from her left shoulder down to her right hip. And there's a tiny little knife in there in the front half. And then turn her around on her back. She has two, uh, well, Bowie knives or daggers, or short swords, if you will, machetes, whatever you call them. They're two big knives that plug into her quiver. You could tell the difference on these knives because these knives actually have a serrated edge to them. It's very nice sculpt work there. I love it. Plug it back in. Come on, plug it back in. No, plug it back into the hole. There's two holes directly on top of her upside down quiver. It took me a bit to find them because, it's an upside down quiver. And I was like, this is weird. But then I found those two little holes and the knives went in quite well. The sculpt work on her is top notch. I love her hair sculpt. Like, it's a wild hair sculpt, as if it was a very windy day and she just grabbed up as much hair as she could and shoved it into a ponytail. You got the little strands sticking out all over the place. They got the little loop of a strand there by her right ear. The hair kind of falls over her right eye a bit, but it's higher on her left side, so you can get a bit of a eyebrow texture going there. Her face sculpt is quite excellent. I enjoy it. It's a face. It's a female face, that's for sure, but it's not bad as face sculpts go. I think the nose is a bit too sharp, but other than that, she's got an excellent face sculpt. The breastplate on her is quite excellent. It is, in fact, a breast armor plate that covers her breasts. I always, the inner nerd me laughs whenever I say that. She's got as much articulation in her as the Cobra Coil Baroness did, the Target exclusive Baroness with Cobra Coil. That figure has as much articulation as Scarlet. If I didn't... Actually, I'm not sure. I wonder if they're just reuses of the same body mold, because they are very similar in everything except the molding, of course. The molding on this figure, by the way, is still top quality. Like, you can feel there that she's got these nice boots on that seem to zip up on the side or strap down on the side. That's neat. She's also got these cool jump jets on the back ends of her legs. Now, the jump jets are pretty neat. Many people have theorized you're using them to jump to higher places, but there's just not enough fuel. She doesn't have any fuel tanks. So what I assume, and I think this is the correct assumption, is that she uses them to cancel downward momentum when jumping from a high place. And that's pretty neat. I think that's a really cool one. Today is just not my day. Every time I've done a recording today, I've either gotten a phone call, a message, or some sort of alert on my phone that has required me to stop recording and do something else. But no more. That one stays. I'm done. I'm on episode number 7. 7 re-recordings of this figure today. I'm tired of talking about Scarlet. So you can have that Amazon alert. I don't care. She's what was I? Jump jets, right. They're not jump jets, they're fall jets. They're like the parachute pants that you would get in WoW, MMO. So that, you fall from a high point, they ignite and pop her so she stops for a second, and then she can fall without hurting herself too badly, and utilizing her training as a soldier to tuck and roll when she lands. That whole collapsing from the balls of your feet to your knees, to your side, to your shoulder, to roll on the ground and stand up, to bleed off a lot of momentum and inertia. At least that's how I was taught to fall. So this is an excellent figure, guys. I recommend it to just about everybody. Then again, I recommend all G.I. Joe Classified to everybody. I love the series. I love the line. I think it's amazing. This figure isn't as great of a figure in the line, but all the figures in the line are top quality and excellent. I only have to say that for some reason I'm noticing a trend in G.I. Joe Classified where the right arm is a bit loose at the shoulder. It's never the left arm, it's always the right. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please do all the things, once again, below that everyone else asks you to do, and if you wouldn't mind, in the comments, telling me where that Tommy gun came from. I really want to know. Did it come with something that I own? Did somebody give it to me? I'm drawing a blank on the Tommy gun. But until next Prime, we will be discussing Alpha Commando Snake Eyes with Timber. So tune in there, and thank you once again to Gengar for this wonderful gift of G.I. Joe Classified Series Scarlet.